Thank you for tuning in to a relatively short episode of InRange here. This is going to just address a couple tiny questions that have come up about black powder content that really don't justify an entire video, but I can demonstrate to you quite simply here. One question is, can you leave a black powder gun loaded? I'm not talking about fired, but just the black powder, projectile, etc. stuff down the bore. So this one is loaded, for example, so there's coarse powder and ball and all the things that go on with loading a muzzleloader. And can you leave it like that, or will that cause corrosion issues? And corrosion comes from black powder once you fired it, not when it's loaded. So you could leave this loaded essentially perpetually, and the idea that the powder itself causes a problem or will rust your gun is not a realistic issue, no more so than any other modern ammunition. So when you fire black powder, it leaves behind corrosive salts that will cause a lot of rust issues very rapidly, and you have to clean your gun. But if you have a clean gun that just happens to be loaded, it's not going to cause you any issues. The other thing that came up, especially after I did the video about the cleaner bullets, or the Williams cleaner bullets that were going on during the Civil War, was that when men were on watch, they were actually guarding the camp, they would load their musket, their rifled musket, and at the end of their watch they had to unload it. And you can't just fire the gun because that would alert the rest of the camp. And with standard beignet balls, you could just pull the ball. And I didn't really clarify on what that meant. Cleaner bullets, for example, if you ran them too hard, you couldn't get them out. And so this gun, happens to be a blunderbuss, of course, but I'm working on making paper cartridges for some other videos that are coming up on InRange, which are going to be really cool. And I'm going to try and speed load this thing, but stay tuned for that. But I don't want to leave it loaded. I was just testing to see if it would actually ram down the barrel properly. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate for you how you unload a muzzle loader when you don't want to fire it. So you take your standard cleaning rod and you add this bit right here. This is a ball puller. It's nothing more than really a screw that you're going to put down the bore, turn clockwise in this instance, and it will then, of course, drill into the ball, and then you should be able to pull it out. So this is loaded, not primed, as you can see. So I'm going to go ahead and put the ram rod down here, or the cleaning rod, and it's hitting the ball. I'm going to start turning until it starts biting, pushing, applying pressure, and turning until it bites into the projectile. You can kind of feel it, turning in just like a screw. And then pull, 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 pull. Yep, there it is. It's out. So now there's still powder in here. I'm going to dump that out. But that's as simple as that. You just literally screw it in with that ball puller and pull it right out of the barrel. Hopefully this clarifies how you can unload a muzzleloader. This applies to all muzzleloaders, whether it's an antique like this 17th century blunderbuss or even a modern one. You use a ball puller to unload your muzzleloader if you do not wish to fire it. Thanks.